Okay.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and you?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, good. And let's start to go all the way back to the beginning. What was life like growing up for yourself? And when did you start singing?
I really don't remember when I started singing, but I've heard stories from my mom and from my dad that I was singing when I was like 3 or 4 years old. I was singing all the time when I was little. And for me, I think it's something that came super natural because my father used to sing at home. My sister used to sing at home too, like as a hobby, of course. And I grew up singing, yeah. And my father was super fan of Queen, Freddie Mercury, and I remember to growing up with all these songs.
So, what got you into music, and who was your music influence growing up, and maybe still today?
uh, I think the Freddie Mercury actually. He
All
was
right.
Yeah, he was one of my best inspirations from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like my father used to show me songs from Queen, a little bit of Led Zeppelin, um, a lot of music that he liked, and all his vinyls. He was playing all the music every day for me, and I was like in a chair listening to the music, like, wow, I really like this. And I remember when I was little that once I said to my father that I wanted to be like Freddie Mercury when I grew up. Like, hey papa, I want to be like him. I want to sing like him when I will be older, you know? And
Yeah.
he said, okay, if you really want it, uh, you will reach it. No, you will get it. So go for it. And I'm not Freddie Mercury, of course, but I'm living a nice time on playing around Europe and releasing music, and this is what makes me happy. Then later in my life, I started to play bass.
Yeah.
When I was like 14, 15, I was playing in a band called Atomic Saigo, and we were playing Japanese metal music. Everything was sung in Japanese.
All right.
All the lyrics were written in Japanese, and I was not the singer. I was just the bass player,
Yeah.
and um, for me, it was a nice phase of my life. But in that moment, I realized that I really wanted to sing. Like, maybe playing bass is nice, but
Yeah.
I think I am more a singer. Yeah.
When I was growing up, I wanted to be a bass player, and my parents wouldn't buy me a bass guitar. They said no, you can have a lead guitar,
Uh-huh.
and they bought me a Marlin Sidewinder, and I was
Ooh,
devastated because my hero is Gene Simmons from Kiss, and I just
okay.
wanted to be Gene Simmons. So I was devastated, and so I bought myself a really cheap acoustic guitar,
Uh-huh.
and I went out because I couldn't afford outdoor. I was only doing a paper round, so I couldn't afford the bass guitar. So I took two of the pegs off and put bass strings on it, and that was my very first bass guitar.
Yay!
Me,
Wow.
acoustic guitar made into bass, but I loved it. So let's talk about Cobra Spell.
Yes, of course.
How did the band come about? How did you all meet, and how did you start writing songs together?
Okay, Cobra Spell started at on 2019 by the hand of Sonia Anubis, and she gathered a few friends and a few people from the internet too that she found. For example, Alex Panza, the ex-singer of Cobra
Yeah,
Spell. He was a guy from he is a guy from Italy, and I admire him a lot because he has a really, really nice voice. And she gathered all the people, and they started to work on the music. And for Sonia was a side project because she was on Crypta, she was on Burning Witches before.
yeah,
And sometimes sometimes in life you have to make choices because you can start in a job and then a few months later or 1 year later you realize that you want to be in another place, not there, because
yeah,
everyone changes. And in a certain point she realized that she wanted really much to push a little bit more Cobra Spell and
yeah,
transform that band in something bigger.
yeah,
And that's how I came in there, because the singer was not able to tour with the band.
yeah,
It was the first tour for the band, and he was not able to be there due to his job.
yeah,
And at that point, Sonia was looking for a singer, and I did the audition. And at the beginning was just for that tour, because we really didn't know if Alex will be able to do more things or not. And
yeah,
then he decided to depart from the band, and I became the singer. And then the brilliant idea came to our heads, like, wow, maybe one day, if something change, if there's some changes in the band, maybe one day we can be an all girl, all female band.
yeah,
And we were laughing like, ha ha ha, no, it's not gonna happen, ha ha. And in some point, Leonard, the drummer, oh my god, what a drummer. He was amazing on with drums. I loved every single show we did together.
yeah,
And he had another band. He was playing for I don't remember. Adam Bomb. He plays for Adam Bomb. And they were touring a lot. And in one point, he had to decide to go to, because for him that band was his job. And he said in one point, girls, yeah, maybe in the future you can be an all girl band. Yeah, I have to commit my job here. I cannot tour anymore with you. So be free, and let's continue our paths
yeah,
separately. And I admire him a lot, and sometimes I follow him through Instagram, and I can see what he does,
yeah,
and where is he playing. And then when we got to that point, we were looking for a guitar player and then a drummer, and internet solved everything. Like, wow. via Instagram,
Yeah.
we found the people. And I don't know, for me, nowadays we have a lot of technology. We have computers, phones, social media,
Yeah.
like 30 years ago, this interview would be in a written or
Yeah.
in a call, but not here. I can see your face now. It's for me, it's amazing. Like, wow,
Yeah.
I can talk with someone from UK, talking about my music, my life, my what I do, and wow, it's amazing. Then that's how we found the people, and for us, it's very easy to get in touch. We have calls every week to
Yeah.
split the tasks for everyone in the band, because of course this is like this is work or a job that we have to do together, and
Yeah.
we have many calls deciding a lot of things. We have these separate calls to write music. Even if Sonia is the most the biggest composer in Cobra Spell, because it's her project and she likes
Yeah.
to write almost the 90% of the music.
Yeah.
We discuss if this part is good or not, if this chorus is catchy, or if needs to maybe the song needs to be checked later a little bit, or to change some part of the lyrics.
Yeah.
We like to do these final retouches together, and of course the lyrics. Yeah.
It's
I really like, because Sonia sometimes say that she works really well with somebody at her side for
yeah.
composing. Like, wow, she writes music really easily when she's surrounded by us. Then
Yeah.
something like super nice. Teamwork.
My friend, he's got a massive crush on Sonia because because he's he's an Ace Frehley fan and he loves lead guitarists,
Okay.
and because she's a Kiss fan as well,
Oh.
all the time he's like, oh, who are you doing the interview with? And I'm like, he's like, are you doing it with Sonia? And I'm like, no, mate, I'm not.
Oh.
He's like a little puppy. So I'm like, go away, you perv. But but let's talk about 666.
Yes.
Coming out the beginning of December.
Yes.
I listened to the album. Napalm sent it to me yesterday, and I listened to it, and it's absolutely brilliant. It takes me back to 80s, to music which was created in the 80s. Sonia's guitar playing, I don't want to just keep going on about Kiss, but her guitar playing is very much like Bruce Kulick.
Yeah.
The sound, the way she plays, everything. And I said to my mate, I said, listen to the album. I said, it takes me all the way back to like the early days of Vixen, and it's and there's like a touch of Saxon, a touch of you know what I mean, like Poison. It's got
Yeah.
that all that 80s vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And so can you tell me a bit about how you recorded the album, how you came about writing the album, and are you excited for the release?
Yes, of course. We are super excited about the release, and something that we really wanted, or is that when you listen all the album, no, all the songs from 666, every song has a different vibe. You have more groovy songs, then more heavy songs, more rocky songs.
Yeah,
There's a song that called "You're a Cheater." You're a
yeah,
cheater.
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
is super happy, but it
yeah,
talks about someone who cheats to the partner, you know,
yeah.
and you heard,
That song gives me the vibes of Skid Row.
yeah.
But it's I'm listening to it and I think it's like you say, you're talking about somebody cheating, but it's an uplifting song.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it comes from a real story. That song talks about my ex-boyfriend.
You was.
Yeah. Then this album has different songs with different vibes, and I think that songs touch every single aspect from the 80s. You know,
Yeah,
you can be like transported to that decade just listening one song and the other and the other. Is like, wow, this sounds like Poison, and then, oh, this is
yeah,
more Kiss song, and this is more Skid Row, and this is more you know,
yeah.
and this is what we
You
wanted.
can tell the influences through the album. It's like I say, you listen to it and you're like, wow, this takes me back to the 80s. And like I say, like Vixen, and then
Mhm.
you know, like I say about Sonia's guitar playing is very
Uh-huh.
much like Bruce Kulick. So you could tell that she's a Kiss fan
Yeah.
because of the sound and the way she
Mhm.
plays the guitar.
Mhm. See.
And it's it's a fantastic album. I love it. And
Thank you.
there's not, to me, like I listen to, I guess, send so many albums, and a lot of the albums have got fillers, and there's no fillers on that album at all. It's
Wow. Thank you.
each song, it, it's each song, I wouldn't say betters the next one. It's just a solid album, and I love it. And like I say, when it came to listening to it, and I was listening to that song, I was like, ah, good God, this is like just come out of the guitar tablature book of bloody Skid Row, and it's amazing. It's an amazing album because you don't get a lot of music this day and age which um can take you back, like an album can take you back to a period,
Mhm.
and that takes me back to me growing up in the
Yay.
80s and having the best time of my life in the 80s, and it takes me back to that. And I would love to have listened to that album back in the 80s, because I know for a fact that would have been on tape, it would have been on my ghetto blaster, and that I would have been listening on a mixtape of Cobra, Spell, Wasp, Skid Row, Kiss,
Yeah.
White Snake, and all them. So it's an amazing album,
Thank
and
you.
like I say, it invokes so much memories of when I was growing up. So I gotta say thank you to you for that.
Yay. Wow. Thank you for your words. For
Well,
us,
it's
it's,
all true,
yeah.
all true.
Thank you. Thank you
Uh,
so much. It's really, it's fantastic to hear that we are touching someone's feelings, you know, with our
yeah,
music, because sometimes it's really difficult. Of course, we can play different music, no, because For example, I have a progressive metal band in Barcelona, and I do really difficult stuff with my voice in that bands. But for example, for me, singing for Cobra Spell was a totally total challenge, because one of my best inspirations, as I said, is Freddie Mercury, and the second one is Dio. Ronnie James Dio for me was the king of metal, and I always have this feeling that he was a magician with his vocals and writing music. And for me, going back to the 80s, vocal wise, was a challenge. It was like, wow, I'm trying to be Dio female version here, and ooh, man, this is super difficult, because it's not singing 80s music is not super technical, but you have to be super passionate. You have to transform the voice into a message, the feelings, all that stuff. It's more than to be a good singer. It's more than that, and for me, it was a total challenge. And I'm so glad to have been recorded this album.
It is absolutely amazing. It's like you say about Ronnie James Dio. It's like when the album got sent to me, I was going through the song titles, and I was like, even that was giving me that 80s vibe. And like you say, Dio, because he's like Only Diver, and it's like all the song titles on your album have all got that sort of hellish feel about them. It's like satanic naming, but when you listen to the album, it's not satanic.
No, of course, but you can feel that 666 is like it's like to say, hey, look at me, I'm satanic, and then you can listen everything, like it's a symbol of rebellion, like women in metal nowadays is women are really I don't know how to say it, like the image of women in metal now is big, like big bands have female singers. You can go for Ginger, Spirit Box, Within Temptation, Nightwish, Epica, these big bands having really good singers, women that are powerful, but now for us was a challenge to be like, okay, Vixen, kind of sweet, lovely women playing, but why we can't be Wasp women version, like, but sometimes we are Skid Row version, and sometimes we want to be like more Kiss, and like
I watched a video to SEX, sex, and I was sat in the car and I was listening, because I'm on my phone on YouTube and I was watching it, and there's one part right at the end of the album where there's a lot of noises. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to know. I have to put the windows up because I didn't want people to go past thinking I'm watching a porn film. And I was watching the video and it was like, this is classic. And going back to what you just said about female singers and female musicians, I feel at this moment, that's outdoing anything that what a male-driven band or a male singer is doing. The other day, I did a photography and got to meet the Butcher Babies, and I was at the concert and I was just thinking, wow, because Heidi was off the charts.
The
Carla
Butcher Babies are sick. You know,
Yeah.
it's super difficult to do what they do. Like,
Yeah.
wow, that screams, and they are like with you know, it's difficult to be in shape, like
Yeah.
vocal wise, to
Yeah.
hold all this pressure, because distortion in the voice needs a
Yeah.
lot of pressure, a lot of belly activation. You know, like
Yeah.
wow, they are amazing.
Yeah. Well, the final song Heidi
Mhm.
sang, I can't remember the name of it, but it wasn't aggressive, and it highlighted, because like when you hear a lot of females like Lena Scissorhands going with, like you say, from the stomach with the growl,
Uh-huh.
where it takes me back to when Corey Taylor was first doing Slipknot,
Yeah.
and then released that song Bother,
Mm-hmm.
and he done the music video, and it was the first time people saw him without the mask, and everyone was like, oh my god, the vocal, that can't be him from Slipknot.
Uh-huh.
And that was the feeling which I got with Heidi. She was doing all this aggression, and then right at the end she sang this. It was more like a ballad, but like she said, it was about her past. And I was like, oh my god, this is it just goes to show that females are, well, at this moment in time, I can't see a male-driven band that could compete with female singers at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Like this year now, just gone a download. The biggest shock of everyone which was there was on the Saturday, where most of the artists on the second stage were female-driven vocalists. With Evanescence, Epica,
Yeah.
Within Temptation, and many more. And it blew the main stage away. Absolutely blew it away. And I said to my mate, I said, you can't compete. That it's like Amy Lee was
No, Amy Lee is
amazing.
amazing.
And I was like, and soon as the tickets went on sale for Within Temptation, because they play in my city, I was like, I got to have tickets, because it's not a big venue. I was like, I got to have tickets. I can't go missing that. It's something which is driving me forward. And like I say, watching the Butcher Babies blew Fear Factory away. They without a doubt,
Yeah.
they were the best performers on the night, hands down. And such a lovely lady as well, Heidi.
Yeah.
So quickly moving on, what plans have you got for the rest of 2023? Do you have any concerts this year with the album release, or are you waiting until 2024?
We are waiting for the album release. Then we are planning a lot of things for 2024. And we took a bit of parentheses right now, just for 1 month or so, to focus in other things, important things that we have in mind, because we are starting into thinking about the next album.
Wow.
we are working in not all that things, and we are really excited about the release we are super into the songs and practicing, and we want really hard to play the new songs live. This is what we want the most, and we are trying to plan all the 2024 now these days to have a big year. Yeah.
Finally, let's quickly talk about 2024. Are we in the UK going to be seeing Cobra Spell either on a tour or on a festival appearance?
We really want to do both. Actually, we want to take over the world, you know. Like we are going to try to go everywhere. Then
Yeah.
let's see if it's possible or not. But the main idea is to go everywhere. So
Yeah.
let's stay tuned and wait for that, because it's gonna happen maybe.
Well, I hope this has been absolutely amazing speaking to you. I really do hope that you come over to the UK, because I want to listen to those songs live on stage.
Yay.
And I will be there right at the front,
Yay.
cheering you on.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I honestly hope your album's going to smash it. It's like I say, it's invoked so much emotions for me, because it takes me back to a period of my life which was fun. So thank you for that. Thank you for this interview, and I honestly hope to see you in the UK in 2024.
Yay. Thank you so much for your time. It's been a pleasure to be talking with you today. And I hope we can meet in some point of 2024. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye.
I just don't want to end up on the next album. Right.
Yeah. It will be 2024, absolutely, for sure.
Definitely see you then. And
bye.
okay, bye.
Thank you.
Okay.